dang, 15 hours ago, and it's number 5 on trending. Jesus Louises, man. So I don't particularly watch Sketch, and even like with the other dramas happening, like with Speed, I don't really watch him. And like with Dantes and Laura, like I was into their shorts, but like I didn't really keep up to date. But then it's interesting because regardless of whether or not you follow these people or you are up to date with these people, you end up knowing about them through controversy. And it's sad. It's really sad. It's sad. And this I've been told is an unfortunate circumstance. And a few content creators and streamers and influencers have spoken about this as well. And this is kind of like a hot topic right now, but I really don't know much about it, so I guess we'll discover it together.
Where it was when I started 7 years ago. Because back in 2017, if you average 20,000 viewers,
I'll go back.
It's crazy to think of where streaming is now versus where it was when I started 7 years ago. Because back in 2017, if you average 20,000 viewers, you were the biggest streamer in the world. Full stop. Yep. Number one. And now, if you average 20,000 viewers, you're not even the biggest member of FaZe Clan. The game has changed. And one of the people who has been part of this changing game has been Sketch, a.k.a. Kylie Cox, the man behind the character. If you don't know Sketch, you probably don't watch sports because he's all over the sports world. Everyone's doing
that's why I've never heard of him.
What's up, brother? Pose and catchphrase. And it's even been on like Sports Center.
What's up, brothers? Special teams, special plays.
What the heck?
Special players, Christina Alexander, Randy Scott.
I mean, for context, that's like if fucking James Corden started hitting the Luddy. Oh man, I would kill myself if I saw that. But you get the idea. You get this guy's world famous, man. This guy's worldwide. He announced the draft pick for the Houston Texans.
Punt team, get ready.
Wow.
Dude, that's crazy.
That reference I just made about a Brit saying punter go.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
That's so cool.
Of fame. And last night it was revealed that before being a Twitch streamer, like a sports streamer doing Madden, Sketch was doing gay OnlyFans content.
Okay.
It had come out that was what he had done before. And as you can imagine, right, by the way, I'm not gonna
get your bag, King.
Obviously, I don't think he came here for that, but just obviously not showing any of it. Okay, but that's what he used to do. That's what he used to do. This is confirmed. We'll go a little bit later.
Yeah, man. If this is the drama, if the drama is simply the fact that he is he used to be a gay OnlyFans creator, where is this world come to? Like, what idiocracy are we on that we are reaching for things to be mad about? Are we really? There are so many other things to be mad about in the world that if this is the drama, you're looking for reasons to be upset now. You're looking for reasons to be upset. Like, why is that an issue? Exactly. Why? Well, let's keep watching the video.
Into how it's been confirmed. And when this came out, this was tough on Sketch. All right? Because I think
PP also got the Dodgers shirt on.
He basically got outed against his will. You know, not only for being gay, but for having done sexual content. And as a man whose balls are out there on the internet, that made me uncomfortable. And so this is like another world, right? For a guy who's, I think, trying to move past that part of his life. Anyway, FaZe Banks, one of the OGs of FaZe Clan, tweeted out, not everything needs to be broadcast and farmed, but since y'all want to jump to crazy assumptions, because last night, this, obviously fucking Twitter ran away with this shit.
Yeah.
Twitter can be fucking evil. He said, all the FaZe boys were with him. Sketch was my homie yesterday. He's my homie today. He'll be my homie tomorrow. And shared
That's the reality.
With text,
yes.
A Sketch that said, you awake? Hey, man, I'm sorry I didn't mean to involve you. And he said, what do you mean you're our boy? You didn't have to leave. You didn't involve us in anything. Are you good? And he said, I'm over by the airport. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. And then he said, come back. You're good, man. The boys pulled up on me and woke me up. They wanted to make sure you're good. Please come back. We're all here. You're the homie. And he said, I'll come now. I just needed someone to talk to. And then he went back, thankfully. But this is him leaving. And dude, he left with like his shit. Like he left behind like his fucking
wow, he left everything, man.
Like his Rolex. Like that is like.
Welcome in, Daisuke. Hello, thank you so much for the subscription. Subscribe for 8 months. Let's go. Thank you so much, Daisuke. I appreciate it. Well, let me go ahead and give you a shout out as well.
things that people with suicidal tendencies
that's
do.
right.
That's like a sign of that, and that's another thing we'll get into in a moment. But first, we should probably address how this got out there, right? It might have been inevitable. You know, shit on the internet does not die easily. But it initially leaked from this YouTube video. I think there's like a few random comments on Instagrams, whatever, but those are very small. This is the video that kind of like confirmed it. It's a 17.5-minute long video, and this video fucking pisses me off. It pisses me off for a few reasons. One, it's just poorly written. Literally 8 minutes of it is trying to connect how Sketch, having done OnlyFans work, is similar to actors who did sex work throughout history and the philosophy of it. But it pisses me off more because he says this.
I sat on this story for a couple of weeks.
I sat on this story.
Unsure if I really needed to create it and share it with the world. However, I did go to school for journalism. In NJ school, they taught us if a story meets the standards of timeliness, proximity, interest, controversy, sensationalism, prominence, and novelty, according to Shoemaker et al. 1987, it is newsworthy and it needs to be shared with the public.
And this is just fucking annoying, right? As a guy who went to journalism school too. This is like delusions of grandeur. What you did is you just clickbaited one of the most famous people on the internet with the story that would get clicks. That is it. You are the Daily Mail of journalism. You are not a fucking Pulitzer winner. You are not, you know, a bastion of journalism.
Thank you so much for
and
the
we know that
hydrate.
because one of the pillars of journalism is minimize harm. You guys know that. I've said that many times on here. Minimize harm. That is a big one. So when looking through the content of this OnlyFans, and Jamie Marr is the pseudonym that Sketch used at that time to do that content, he discovered this.
On Twitter. Now, when you follow the link to Twitter, fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to slice this, the account has been scrubbed from the internet. In fact, most things associated with Jamie Marr have been scrubbed from the internet, or at least attempted to have been scrubbed from the internet. Still, things
Pro was watching his daily femboy videos. What is he talking about? He's talking about him? The guy who created the video?
remain. Things like a video in 2022.
So realized that a lot of the content was scrubbed, and then still found whatever scraps were remaining to then, you know, leak and show all this information. You know, and one of the fucking keys, right? If you ever write a story on anything, is you want to get the side of the person you're talking about. Reach out to the person affected.
Yeah, that's good journalism.
And if you did and they didn't answer, put that in the story. None of that was fucking there.
What I am trying to figure out, right, is like, what were you doing? What exactly were you doing that night or day or whatever time period where you were like, I'm going to do a deep dive and find more about Sketch, right? It seems like he came across this almost on accident, right? Like he was just doing some snoopy snoop. And maybe what the guy was saying before, when he was like, he was looking at his daily femboy videos and he ended up coming across this, that could be it too. That could be it too. It just sounds like he made this video, not this creator, but the guy that we're talking about, Pocketbook or whatever it is, made this whole little thing to solicit exposure, unwarranted exposure. It's just sad.
None of that was there because no due diligence. It's not fucking journalism. It's just a clickbait YouTube video for views. And what really, really was the kicker for me is there's this comment that said, bro, low-key ended this guy's career and justified it with some 1987 Word doc.
Yeah.
And then he hearted it and wrote, GOAT comment in reply.
What the heck?
Like he's proud of the fact that he ended this guy's career. Why the fuck would it end someone's career?
Yeah.
Because he's gay? Because he did consensual porn with another dude? Like what?
Yeah.
What is the problem? You know? Like it can maybe be embarrassing because people might.
Which says two things: that he's proud he ended his career, but he's also proud, like, for the context, right? If he ended his career and the only thing he came out with is that this guy is gay, like this is what you're proud of. You outed somebody's sexuality, but for the fact that people can even say, like, even the person who commented, like, ended his career, right? Like, even to say that, how would that end somebody's career? How? I can understand if, like, let's say you work for companies like Disney or Universal or companies or Pixar, you know, places that have a child audience. And like that were to come to light, maybe some companies might not want to work with you because now this is public information. But it seems like Sketch has done a really great job of trying to wipe everything so no one knew about it. And now it's out in the light unjustifiably, and it's just sad.
Might fucking roast him for it? Yeah, but it wouldn't end someone's career. He's not fucking Dr. Disrespect.
Facts.
He did nothing wrong at all.
Man.
Anyway, the voice that matters a lot more in the situation is the voice of Kylie Cox, the voice of Sketch, who went live earlier today to talk about this. And this is how he opened the stream.
Elephant in the room, I got a haircut.
Jeez.
And then continues on.
I did not have sexual relations with that man. I'm just kidding. I did. Possibly.
Basically, he was cracking jokes for a lot of it. But, you know, then he also took time to be serious and said that, yeah, this actually did happen. It was actually me.
Even him saying that one joke and, like, having to walk away. Like, I feel like he's really trying his best to compose himself. I think it's partially because of the shame he feels is because why he's being targeted. Like, the shame of him, like, hiding, I guess, like, his past. That could be a reason. I mean, it is something he worked really hard to, like, try to cover up, you know? It's something he never wanted out in the light. And if we're going to talk about sports, right, in the relation compared to our last video, that when we talked about HoloLive and the Dodgers collab, and then talking about this video, it's as much as you can implement, like, certain themes that isn't typical in the realm, American sports, I still feel like has a very big stance on, like, being straight. And I feel like a lot of people who are hardcore sports fans can also fall into the category of just not being too open about homosexuality. And it's just kind of sad. That's the impression that it gives off. And for him, who's known for being, like, this sports streamer, it could definitely jeopardize his. I can understand if it would jeopardize it. Is it right? No, it's definitely not. Like, this is nothing to make drama out of. This is nothing for anyone to take this out of proportion for. If he's gay, he's gay. And if he's not, you should just treat him the same regardless. Like, he's a human being.
All the time. But weight off my shoulders, to be honest.
That's good.
You have some stuff in the closet, not...
Is that a pun?
No pun intended there.
Okay.
But,
And you can imagine, man, what it must be like knowing that the internet is the internet, knowing how fucking mega famous he is, and the fear of this, you know, coming out and it all crashing down.
Yeah, for sure.
And crashing down because what, you know? Like, he has, like, some, like, gay porn history. Like, why is that? Why should that make it all crash down?
Exactly.
But there are very real people, and I don't just mean, like, randoms on Twitter. Like, there are fucking streamers who are saying, like, they won't allow their family members to watch Sketch now because of shit like this.
Yeah, like, that's wild.
Because
that is wild. Because he's, like, and honestly, I'm happy they're saying it. I'm happy they're saying it, right? I'm happy that they are publicly making statements and saying, this man is gay, and because this is the past he used to do, I'm no longer going to have my friends or family watch it. I'm so glad they're saying it because it just outs them. It exposes just how terrible and how just homophobic they are. That's not okay. That's not okay. Regardless of what someone's sexuality is, you judge them for the person that they are, not for what they like to put inside them, you know? Like, it's
gonna make 11-year-olds gay or some shit. Like that, the real streamers are saying shit like this, you know? And it's not like just
That's
one person. There are multiple
wild.
streamers who have been just negative voices over the past 24 hours. And I think, you know, it can be easy to spiral. And in that negativity, Sketch got to a point where, you know, I think he seriously contemplated suicide. And he talks about it a bit here.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, I was doing all this different stuff. I was going in about.
Hey, cinematic.
Shout out my parents, like. Shout out y'all, like. I fucked up, but I'm changed. Yeah, that's about it though. Like, my original plan was there's two things. One, either be delusional and think it's never gonna come out, or two, what's the plan after? The plan after was not very good. If I was alone and I was at my house, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now.
My God.
But the people at FaZe, Banks, especially, and my friends that I've made over the past couple years came in and they saved me. I don't know what I was gonna do, but
All the comments here are so supportive, and I think that just shows just how out of context, like how much the internet has just dragged all of this. You know, there's so much support. The names aren't repeating. Like, they're just going on talking about how much they love them, that it's okay. Doing this is okay. And it's so sad, right? Because if this was, I'm gonna bring it out, we're gonna talk about it, but if this was a woman, right? If this was a woman and it came out that she used to be an OnlyFans girl, everyone would just be like, okay, like, yeah, all right. They might make some comments, they might call her some interesting names. But people would get past it, right? People would move past it. But it just really shows, like, for the space of men, right? I feel like it's so much harder to no pun intended here, but like to come out of the closet. Like it is so much harder in a internet scene to be a guy and to like other men and not be seen as inferior. I even feel like that, like even like with women, like women who like other women, that is just kind of like, okay, you know, and in some people, like for some people that's fetishized. Some people like that. Some people are into it. Some people, you know, like wouldn't even bat an eye, and like that's okay. But if it's two guys, it's disgusting. It's disgusting how that double standard exists. I agree. I will state how much double standards are fucking terrible. Yeah, they're terrible. They're absolutely terrible. And you could just see the weight that is on him. And that's really sad.
So I'm glad that Sketch had the support group he had. I'm glad that when I go on the internet now, it is an outpouring of support for him.
Good.
Drowning out any fucking negativity that might have been. And I'm not even gonna like fucking showcase any of the negativity. I'm not gonna like show any of the clips here, because again, it's like putting a megaphone to a mouse's voice, because it is dwarfed out by the level of support that I have seen. And
Thank God. There's hope in humanity. There's hope in humanity, man.
the only other thing I'll add is, you know, some people took that line of him saying "I've changed now" to mean like, you know, like some, like, you know, prayed the gay away or something. Like I think there's been some people who drew that conclusion. The way I interpreted it,
I didn't.
is like,
Before he goes, I also didn't interpret it like that. I just took it like he doesn't do that content anymore. Like that's not him, you know. That's not what he does anymore. He doesn't do the OnlyFans thing. That's not him anymore. Not that it necessarily is like, you know, I'm not gay, guys. Like, this is the real me, you know? I don't think it's like that.
like that part of his past, which was dark. He said he was dealing with addiction at a time that led him to doing like porn content, which is not something that I think maybe he likes or is proud of now. That, simply put. And he ends his video saying this.
pretty cool though. I don't know. Hey, I'd rather you know my flaws though, so it makes it easier. I don't want to be the poster boy.
And I think that's fair. I don't think people
Yeah.
should care or should be entitled to know what Sketch's like sexuality is.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not the content. That's not what he's
Exactly.
doing.
Exactly.
He plays fucking Madden NFL and says sorry for cussing when he swears and then puts his finger up.
Yeah.
That's what he does. So it doesn't matter if he's gay, if he's bi, if he's pan, if he's fucking straight, going through a phase, whatever it is. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. Exactly. Speak your truth,
people
King.
crying, I think, are being weird. You know. So I'm sure when he streams, people are gonna crack jokes. When TTS is on, chat's gonna go crazy. But hopefully, it is at least in good fun, and the outpouring of support again dwarfs any negativity. And that's it. That's everything you have missed. That's what's up. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe. See you later. Goodbye. See you later. Have a good one. Shout out to
Wow.
Sketchy's Go. Peace.
That's.
Mr. B.
Oh man. Oh man. That was wild. The fact that that could even just be a thing is ridiculous. And I'm happy that the drama's done. I think that's probably maybe the quickest drama. The only thing I am worried about, and this might just be me being a little cynical, but like his friends reaching out and being like, yo man, I support you. Like I think that's great. I think other content creators going out of the woodwork and just kind of being like, you know, like I hope no one else is profiting off of this, if that makes sense. Like it's something that was cleared away very quickly. It wasn't dragged out at all. It's so nice to see the community just kind of just go in there and just hash it out, just end it. Like this is not what we're doing. Like you're an idiot for even thinking you can even post something like this and not be seen as an idiot. So it's nice. It's good to see like there's hope, man. Like the internet isn't just full of brain rot people. Like there are people out there who have like a sense of justice, you know? And yeah, really it's super stupid. It's not something to be ashamed of. It is super stupid. It's nothing to be ashamed of at all. It's actually quite dumb. It is very, very dumb for this to be a problem for anybody. Agree with you on all points. Glad it's over. Yeah, I'm really glad it's over. 'Cause that would have been, I think, disgusting on so many fronts. But that's not us. We're not doing that. And thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. Man. Well, that was that, guys. And yet people are of the opinion that you can't escape your past, though that should never defy a person. Exactly. I agree with that 100%. It's true, right? You can't escape your past. Where you come from definitely will always remain a part of you, you know? Like I've done some things that I'm not happy with. Everyone in this world has done something that they wish they could take back and wish that they didn't do, you know? But just if somebody knew those things, I don't think you would hope, right, that the world wouldn't judge you for the person that you used to be and just judge you for the person that you are now. And in certain instances, it can be hard, you know? But for something, I feel like for something that is harmless, I feel like it shouldn't affect somebody. Being gay is harmless, you know? He did mention in there that he was struggling through addiction, and he got out of it. He doesn't do that anymore. And that's the person that we're meeting. That's the person that we love. And it's not who the person used to be, you know? Judge people for who you see them for as now, not for who they used to be. And this can all mean so many different things depending on if we're talking about Dr. Disrespect or Sketch, but you know, there is nothing harmless in what he did, you know, and what he was doing. And I think that's the clear difference between the two situations, right? Because with Dr. Disrespect, like, even though supposedly, like, allegedly, nothing happened, he was never convicted of a crime, he was never sued for anything, he lost a contract, ultimately. Lost a lot of contracts later. But no court case was ever presented before him, you know? But there was there was harm that could come from it, and that's the difference, you know? There was harm that could definitely have been done in the making of that, and he was still of an age where he would have known better, regardless of how long ago he's done it. You know, he wasn't young when it happened. And in this situation, like, yes, it happened in the past, and he tried to put it under wraps, but he wasn't harming anyone. Him doing his content, I'm pretty sure it was consensual. It's you're not harming anybody by doing what you gotta do, you know? And even, like, with the addiction, right? With the drug use, it's for him. It's harmful for him. He's not harming anybody else. And I think that's a really clear point and a really clear difference of just the severity of the two situations. Not that they're alike at all in any way, but just to make the point of, you know, judging somebody for who they are now and not who they were. I feel like there are some instances where, like, people can do something so bad that you can't forgive them, you know? Like, I don't think I'd be able to forgive somebody who has killed somebody because they felt like it. You know, and regardless of how well they treat me now, you still killed somebody who, you know, indiscriminately. You know, I can't get behind that. But if your pastime was going ahead and smashing fruit in your backyard, your own fruit, it's like, okay, it's a little weird. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it's not harming me. It's not harming anybody. So go on and get your fruit ninja on. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah, I agree. Murder is murder. Yeah, murder is murder. You can't get past that. And this clearly was not harming anybody. So it's sad. It's sad. And this is coming from someone who is dark side affiliated. Yeah. Yeah, guys, this is nice. This is nice to know that there's still a community that, you know, we got a lot of things that we can all collectively come together as and be like, yeah, this isn't right. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with how that's going.